Hi friends, it's Becky and I just got my curated bead box today. This is the August curated bead box and it looks like the Regal Royal is the theme that this is curated to. I'm seeing lots of purples and blues and maybe some greens in this, and this really great looking focal. I actually just love that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to make something with it. So let's see what we've got in here. It gives you a list of everything that's on here. It does say bead sizes and types may vary due to availability. But if you wanted extras of those, they will be available on dollarbead.com to purchase. You do not need to be a subscriber in order to purchase things from this bead box. It is a monthly bead subscription, and it is one of the more frugal bead choices out there. It's a great bead box if you are new to beading because it includes, let's open this up, it includes a finding starter kit, and the finding starter kit has everything that you need to make jewelry with, except for the tools. But it's also a great stash builder, even if you are not new to beading. Look at this, that's fantastic. Because you usually get a fairly consistent type and size of beads, so you can add beads to your bead stash really easily and at an affordable cost for that. So we've got several different types of beads available in this box. All right. Take a look at those colors. Whites and looks like navy blue with this lapis. And some purples. Definitely royalty. And then we've got some findings there with some spacers, metal bits. I'm going to be organizing it into my 15 grit organizer. I normally like to use an 18 grit organizer for this particular bead box because sometimes you do get these larger focals and they don't fit in here that well. So I'll just keep that sort of separately, but I just don't have any of the 18 grit boxes available to put into that right now. I need to put in a new order and get some more. So I'm going to use my 15 grit organizer, but see what you get in that. Get some jump rings, some stretch cord, some lobster clasps, some ear wires, some crimp beads, some head pins, some beading wire, and some memory wire. So it makes it really easy to create anything with just what you've got in this box. So I enjoy subscribing to this box. Oh man, I want to make stuff with this almost right away. All right, let's go down the list. Let's start out with what we've got. All right, so we've got, it says 3 10mm beads in here, but it looks like I've actually got 4, because this says it's a 8mm lapis, but these are the same size as these other 10mm beads, which I'm not complaining about getting some larger gemstones. So the first one is this lilac color glass pearl bead. Let me get my ladybug dish so we can get a better look at that color. And let's get this guy opened up and into one of these sections. This is an 8-inch strand of these 10mm beads. And it should all fit in one segment. Let's see if it does. I think it does. Here we go. All right, and then we've got purple crackle frosted glass. So it's got this really nice matte finish on it. I love the way matte finish glass feels. And you can see some of that crackle in there. And this is a 6-inch strand. Put that in there right next to it. And then we've got our white opaque gemstone bead. It says it's a gemstone bead, or is it gemstone style glass? Or is it like howlite? I don't know. It feels very cool to the touch. This is a 6 to 8 inch strand. I sort of love these colors. Yeah. Okay, and then we've got the lapis lazuli gemstone beads. I'm just turning this around. Get this a little bit closer. It is a very warm blue. And this one is a 7 to 8 inch strand as well. Oh, kind of, I like that blue and the white next to each other. That looks pretty cool, but I also like this next to the purple. All right, and then we've got some well, actually, is this 6mm? Or is this 8? I think these are 6mm, actually. These are 6mm, so this must be 8. It is the Purple Spot Marble Style Glass Bead, and there is a 10 inch strand for this. So let's... don't know if that's going to show up very well. Blue is one of those colors that's really hard to capture with some of these films, and so sometimes things end up a little bit brighter than you'd expect them to. Yeah, this blue is kind of weird. It's purple with blue spots. That's what we've got there on that one. And then we've got some dark purple glass pearls. Let's take a look at those. The glass pearls that we get with the Curated Bead box, they're actually really good glass pearls. I haven't had any issues with the coating coming off or with them breaking on me. They're really decent pearls to be able to use. There's a ton of these. This was a, what was the string? I think this is 16 inch string. So there's just a ton of these purple pearl beads. This is another reason why I say it's a great stash builder, is because sometimes you just get a bunch of beads with these. All right, so then after that, we've got our semi-opaque gemstone beads. It's white. Semi-opaque. It doesn't say what gemstone it is. We could probably look that up if we wanted to. And for this one, it's a 7 to 8 inch string. Again, 6mm. We've got another bead mix in here too, so that's going to be a lot of fun to be able to create with. All right, and then we've got approximately 1 ounce, that's this one, of the Regal Designer Glass bead mix, and this has some aqua tones in it, in addition to some of these purples. So we've got some purple with little white spots on that, a couple of the smaller purple beads with more white spots. We've got some pink beads. This is marble style, white with the marble style pink. There's some crackle. All of these have this silver band around them, and they've got different shapes and colors. Like you've got some of these egg-shaped guys. You've got some rondelle size. A couple of these, hold on, those two are stuck together. Some of them are round. And again, they're different colors. I'm going to be putting all of my aqua tone guys in one section. And then we'll do the pink and purples next to that. Right there. All right. And then we've got 12 millimeter Blue Moon Galaxy glass beads. That's these guys right here. And there are 6 of them. Let's get these on here. Whoop. So you can see them a little bit better. It looks like they've got an AB finish on them. And they're going to go right in here. And then a 14 by 10 milky white oval glass bead. And there are 8 of these. Why was I calling them eggs when they're ovals? I don't know. Because eggs are not exactly ovals. Although, like, maybe football shape might be an ellipse. An ellipses. There we go. So then we've got some maroon cloisonne beads. There are 4 of them, and they are 12 millimeters in size. These are beautiful. Take a look at them. And like I said, you can purchase these at dollarbead.com. If they have any extras, they'll be available there. I kind of really like these. They are going to go here. All right, and then I don't have that many extra spots available for things to be in. So what I might do is, some of these are a little full, so I'm going to take some of these extras that don't quite fit and put them in here. Just to, this is another reason why I like using the other ones, the ones that I currently don't have enough of and have got to put in another order. It's because the little wells are deeper, so I can fit more in. All right, these are some fantastic spacers. Take a look at them. They're nice and big. These would fit great on some leather or maybe some silver silk. They have a nice big opening on that. They are silver column metal spacer beads. There are 12 by 6 millimeter, and there are 6 of them. I've got that design on there. And then we've got some more spacers. And these are silver metal spacer beads. They are 6 millimeters, and there's about 30 of them in here. And they're like daisy spacers. So you've got like the little nuggets on the side. And they are this antique silver colorway that goes great with this pendant. I love this. You know what? In fact, y'all, if you want to stick with me, let's make a necklace with this. I'm feeling it. I am absolutely feeling it with these beads. Let's figure out. Let's see. Let's take a couple of these white ellipses. Maybe some of those. Get a couple of these guys in here between them. And then we can fill in with some of these other beads. Yep. How about if we do the pearls, y'all? Let's do the pearls. We're gonna have some of these lavender, pinky lavender colored big guys, and then some of these smaller 6 millimeter pearls. Get these guys in here. They're going everywhere. And should I get some of these other ones out here? No, let's stick with these pearls and these guys. All right, so why don't we do like this? And then another set of these two. And then another set of these. Oof, I'm liking it, I'm liking it, I'm liking it. And another one of those. I'm going to need to go grab some beading wire. I mean, they give you beading wire with this, but I have my favorites, so I'm probably going to grab some of that in order to string this. I like this, actually. Look at that. Like, I wanted to make things immediately with this. I had a very long day at work. And then when I came home, because I had to actually go into the office for a meeting, and I usually work from home. So like, I realized I am not built for commuting anymore, because I was just exhausted when I got home. But me and my son spent some time. We had pizza and hang out with mom night. And so, you know, I have not had a chance to do beady things until now, today, and that's what I want. Look at that. That is 100% going to be my, that's my guy. That's where we're going with this. Now let me grab some beading wire. I wasn't planning on making anything with this, but I'm feeling it. I'm really, really feeling it right now. So where's beading wire that will work for that? I know. Here we go. Purple amethyst. Yeah, that'll work. Or white quartz. I mean, only a little bit of this is going to be even visible, but let's go with that one. All right, friends. All right, so I'm going to start stringing this, and then I've got my favorite crimper. It's the magical crimper, and I'm going to be using some 2x2 crimp tubes, not the crimps that come with the box, just because it's my favorite way of crimping, and because I like using them for the things that I make. They hold together really well, and I have a little more confidence in them being able to be used. Okay, so I am good there. Let's do that one. All right, starting from one end, and I am just going to start stringing these on here, and we'll get these all strung on, and then at the end we'll get the necklace finished. So this is just going to be a real quick, real easy necklace, but this is a statement. This focal, I think it is gorgeous. It makes me think of peacocks, right? So I mean, sticking in a box with like purple and dark blue and stuff, it works really well for that. I think because it's got some of these here, you could probably even do like dangles from it, but I'm not going to tonight. I am just gonna string myself a pretty necklace with the pinks and the purples, and have something pretty and nice to wear. I got a sweater that I knitted with some similar colors to this that I think would look great if I was wearing it with it when I do my weekly wrap up, because I like to do a weekly wrap up and chat with y'all. I'll go ahead and wear that sweater. It's a summer sweater, so it's like lace and stuff, and it is something that I can wear when it is hot. But it is knitted. It's a hand knit sweater that I made. But yeah, so you'll see how well this color will go with the sweater that I've got. The little summer top that I knitted. It is not the one that I've been working on, sorry. That one is still in progress, although I think it is a similar colorway to this too. Maybe a little bit darker, not with as much light purple. But I'd have to check on that, and maybe I will finish knitting that before the weekend. We'll see. We'll see. It's the home stretch, y'all. It's the part where you are just doing stockinette stitch for hours and hours and miles. Is very possible, but I'm going to need to add more of these 6mm pearls along the back in order to get more length. And I don't mind doing that. But let's get this stuff strung and see where I end up with for the length on this. Because, you know, sometimes when the feeling hits, you just gotta start stringing stuff, right? It is Wednesday, and I haven't really done too much beading this week because I've been busy doing work and home things. That's takes a lot of my time and my energy, and I just need some beading, you know? You guys ever get that? Where if you can just sit down and play with some beads for a little while, like you can let your cares slip away for a minute or two and make something pretty. All right. I'm gonna check my length real quick, see where I'm at with that. All right, I think I need about maybe 5 of these on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just gonna double check that. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this end and add those to that end of my wire. I just lost my spool. I'm gonna have to wind that whole thing up again. You know what? I can wind that up later. All right. Now I do have a clasp that I'm gonna grab from this, and let's do a jump ring and a lobster clasp. Super convenient. Did I? I did. Here we go. Now on this end, I'm going to attach my lobster clasp because I like putting the one that has the fiddliest bit on my most dexterous side, so my right hand can open and close that instead of trying to fiddle with it with my left hand when I'm putting it on. And this is the front. So on the right hand side of my bead strand, I usually like to do my fiddly part of my clasp on that side. Okay. So I'm going to take my crimp bead, put it on the end of my wire, put my wire through my clasp. And with this beading wire, this medium beading wire, I don't need wire guardians because even though this is going to rub along it, the coating on it is super strong and I have never had it wear away on me on this, so I'm pretty confident that I am not going to need a wire grinding with it. I hardly use them with this this beading wire. It's the Soft Flex Medium beading wire. It is my favorite wire. Alright, so now I've got myself a little loop here. Use my crimper, and if you've never seen a magical crimper before, it works with 2x2 crimp tubes and 0.18 to 0.19 beading wire. You want to center the crimp right here on this concavity and give it an initial smush, and it smushes down the corners of that tube, and then if you turn it at a right angle from that and smush it again, and then turn it again and smush it, each time you hit it from a different angle, it smooths out those corners until you end up with a nice smooth round ball of crimp, and then you don't have to put a crimp cover on there. Alright, just gonna scooch these guys up over the end of that wire. Usually the beads that we get in this bead box, they've got pretty decent sized holes, so most beading wire is going to work really well on there. And I think like for most of these, you might even be able to get them on like 18 gauge craft wire when you do that. At least 20 gauge without any issues or problems. So they're pretty nice like that, and they'll fit on like some waxed linen if you're using that. All right, so I've got quite a bit of that wire left over, which is great. That's fine, because I will definitely use little bits of this wire for things. And I've just pulled out a jump ring, and I'm making sure it's good and closed, and it is. Sometimes you pull out a jump ring and it's a little like skewed. The edges don't quite meet, so you have to make sure that they close, and that one does. I'm just gonna put that through my jump ring now that it's on there, or put that through the hole. And the thing about the jump ring is I could make a loop and then just attach the jump ring afterwards if I wanted to. And boop boom. All right. And I'm just gonna curl this a little bit, because when you curl your beads, it allows it to have a little bit of room for the wire, so it isn't too tight. Because sometimes if you crimp your beads on there too tight, then it's stiff and it doesn't drape nicely. All right, and I've got it where I want it to be. I'm just using my fingernail here to scooch a little bit of space between the end of this last bead and the crimper, so that when I put my crimper on there, it will actually fit all the way around that crimp. I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. Go through on one side, make sure it's centered when you do it, and then just keep going at it from different angles until you get a nice round ball of crimp. Alright, and I'm just using a flush cutter to cut my wire. It works great, and there we go. We have a very pretty purple and pink necklace made with the Curated Bead box. Which one was it? The Regal Royal Curated Bead box. And here are all of the beads that I have left over. It's pretty great, actually. It's quite a lot, and maybe I will make myself a stretch bracelet to go with this using some more of these two beads, but I will do that on another night, because tonight I just wanted to make this one thing. I just needed to make something, guys, just needed to make something. Usually when I open up my boxes, I just open them, sort them, and then move on, but I really felt like making something tonight. So thanks for sticking with me while we put this together. I hope you all are having a fantastic night. If you're interested at all in subscribing to the Curated Bead Box, I'm going to put a link to their sign up site in the description below. There's also a coupon code that you can use to get a little money off of your first box. And I hope y'all have a fantastic night. And if you get this box, let me know what you want to make with it, or if you've already made something with it, let me know. And happy beading.